internal reports and external reports, right? Some students find it difficult. Experience has shows that some students find it difficult to distinguish between the internal reports as well as what? As well as external reports. Now, the cover page being used as well. First thing is impression matters. When the examiner look at your cover page and he sees that, oh, this cover page is not in line, right? He or she can assume that even your report itself will be the same, right? So that is why that cover page, you need to do it well so that you can earn your mark and do what? And you move on. Class. In today's class, we shall look at an internal, how to identify internal reports as well as external reports using the presim. In your presim, there will not be any requirement. It will just be there. But from that presim, we can predict what will happen on unseen. That is why you will see some people will say they have predicted what is it called, prediction on the unseen. I don't do that. But what we do at Next Gen Professional is to give you the reporting style. This is what you need to do. This is what you need to do. Right? Now, if that is established, let's quickly look at what is it called. There in case study exam, mostly there are two requirements. The requirement one will be financial analysis or trend analysis. You see, that financial analysis or trend analysis, it could even be combined, the financial analysis as well as what? Trend analysis, right? Now, don't forget that requirement one could have Roma figure 1, Roma figure 2, right? And we will get there. Then requirement 2 is usually business model analysis, whereby you use SWOT analysis, value chain, Porter's diamond, BCG, and the likes. Right? And it still have Roma figure 1, Roma figure 2. That is business proposal. Most time, it will be business proposal. Oh, you are into production of cement. You want to do an expansion. You need to is the project viable or not? Or you want to merge. Usually SFM, you want to merge, but it is not mandatory that you should do it the way it is in SFM. Class, professional colleagues, it is not compulsory you do your requirement to based on SFM, your calculation. Some students will go for, when they want to start their financial analysis, they want to get the right percentage. You are wasting your time on 5 marks. Why can't you just get the percentage and quickly go to your reporting, your body of the report, and your executive summary and report this thing and move on instead of doing that? So, in a nutshell, case study have two requirements. Requirement one is based on financial analysis as well as what trend analysis. Requirement two is based on business proposal. Business proposal that includes, you need to analyze the business proposal that you use the Porter's diamonds and all that. Of course, in your financial analysis in requirement one, you need to use some business model as well to buttress your what? To buttress your point. We will get there. So there are two requirements in case study. Of course, the first requirement may have Roma figure 1, Roma figure 2. The second requirement two could have Roma figure 1 or Roma figure 2. And that is why we have at Next Gen Professional, that is why we have answer plans. These answer plans is just like a guide. At the back of your answer booklet, you just write answer plans. Answer plans will guide you on how to write reports. Oh, after this is what I need to do. Oh, after this is what I need to do. Right? And that is what we offer. Right? You can see it. You can see it on my screen. Answer plans. We'll get there. Now, we need to distinguish between internal and external reports. So we will use the presim given to you 2 weeks to exam, that present, we use it to identify if it is internal or if it's an external report. Then we'll check. I will show you how to see your requirement, because once you don't understand the requirement, right, and that is the beginning of failure. If you don't understand the requirement, it's the beginning of failure in case study. So I will now show you where you will see it in your unseen, your requirements, and that is what we'll be doing today, class. Now, let's quickly look at let me check. Let's quickly look at last diet. Let's check back. Let's check back. November 2024. And let's check May 2024. Let's see. Okay, November 2024 and May 2024. Please confirm if you can see my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen.
Thank you. Okay, I have November. Okay, this is present. I have May 2024, November 2023. Now let's check out this class. So let me change this to all. Okay, this is May, November 2024. Okay, this is November 2023. Class, please confirm. Can you see my screen? Sorry.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Just
okay.
coming up, just coming up.
I can't see your screen.
Yeah, your
Can
screen
you
is up now.
can you see it now?
Yes, we can.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Now, this is coming. This is November 2023. November 2023. November 2023, class. Now let's quickly check from the pre-scene. Now what we want to do is just, is it an internal report or external report? Now let's check pre-scene. Case study 149. Okay. Now pre-scene. So assessment of the case study. The marks in the case study examination are awarded for professional skills and are approximately allocated as follows. Class. Maybe in our subsequent class, we will talk about the marks that are allocated to each of the lines here from these answer plans, right? From these answer plans. Your workings appendix, right? That's about 10 marks. Is there 5 marks? Your executive summary is 20 marks, right? Your body of the report. So all these things have its own what marks, but we will get there. Now, this is present. Okay, November 2023. Now, let me say something again. I can follow trend. What is happening in your environment, in our environment, right? Don't forget that I was expecting CBN recapitalization, like banks, industry, financial institution. That is what I was expecting last diet, right? Because of the CBN recapitalization policy has actually affect banks. Now, there is tax of 2024. Is that not so? Currently, our inflation rate is increasing on a month-on-month basis, while the GDP have a slow pace in increase, not more increase like that, but it's also increasing. Now, what other things? You can see our naira to dollar. You can see what is happening to, we can all see. So we all need to keep ourselves abreast on what is happening in our environment. Who knows where where the person is coming from? But whichever way, since every one of us is here, we are prepared for it, either in the financial industry, either in the manufacturing or hospitality, be it any areas, we are prepared. Now, November 2023 case study. Adalat Product Nigeria Limited list of exhibits. About you, John Ogbede. Class, please let's pay attention. About you, John Ogbede, and your employer, Adalat Product Nigeria Limited. Class, for me, if the first time, you should not use this to just judge you, but if I'm the one reading this present, I already know that maybe it is internal or external. I already know because Adalat Product Nigeria Limited employ me. I am an employer to Adalat Nigeria Limited. Is that not so? Now, Nigeria economy and business environment. They talk about the Nigeria economy as well as what? Business environment, right? Adalat Product Nigeria Limited history and products. Adalat Product Nigeria Limited strategy and sustainability. Adalat Product Nigeria Limited summarized consolidated financial statement 2019 to 2021. About you, John Ogbede, and your employer, right? Adalat Product Nigeria Limited. You are John Ogbede, writing the professional level of Ican examination. You are employed as a system and control accountant at the group head office of Adalat Product Nigeria Limited, which has 3 strategic business units. Class, you are writing the final professional exam and you work as what? As a system and control accountant at the group head office Adalat Product Nigeria Limited, right? You are reporting to James. James is the what? Is the group finance director. Your responsibility include, this is your responsibility. Now, even before reading the responsibility, this is clearly 90% an internal report. Why, class? Because you are employed by Adalat Nigeria Limited as a system control. You have the person that you are reporting to. It is an external report, even without reading the responsibility, right? So the unseen will just give you like 90% assurance that, oh, this report, is it an internal or external? Internal, oh, okay, it is an internal, 90%. So when you now read the requirement, you will now see that, oh, it is clearly an internal report. But it is common in Ican exam that you will see it in your unseen that they will give you before the exam, right? To be an internal, 90% internal, and when you now check the unseen, you will now see external. It is not common. But in Ican exam, prepare for the worst case scenario. That is why when you want to cram report, I don't generate report for students. What I do is that we will do the report in class. I will not go outside and generate any report. You see that report, we will think together in that class. We will write the report. We will submit it. You will submit it to me. I will look at it. Okay, change this your English. Change this one. Let's use it this way. And that is what we do at Next Gen Profession. And that is the reason why you see high success rate last time. Because Our report is not generated outside. We generate the report inside. The students do what? We think together and we write the report. Then I send to them, right? Now, this is your responsibility. Preparing detailed financial analysis and report on the performance of the what? Strategic business units, right? As a system, as a person that is working as a what? As a system, as a system and control accountant. Now, analysis, class, analysis, analyzing the SBU financial statement to identify areas of weakness and providing likely solution to correct what? Anomalies. Now, class, the first one says that you should prepare detailed financial analysis. From your unseen again, you can have a picture of what your requirement will be, which means is from your responsibility. You can have a picture of it. Yes, you can see that the first one is saying preparing detailed financial analysis, financial ratio analysis. The second one is say analyze it. SBU financial statement to identify the areas of weakness and provide likely solution to the correct what? Anomaly. So when you analyze it, you suggest some areas. That means you look at recommendations from, you can see our answer plans. We will get there. We have style of what? Reporting. You do your conclusion, right? And your recommendation. Assessing operational and strategic business proposal. This is what I'm talking about. You can see you already have an you already have 90% overview of what will happen in unseen, in the unseen, right? Now they are talking about business proposal, class, business proposal, to see how each aligns with what? Group objective and its impact on it what? Business and financial risk, class. This is to say that it is highly probable that Adalat we go into a business proposal. It could be that they want to expand their business. It could be because we will not read through the present, so that we will not read through the present. All this is just an assumption. It could be that they want to expand their business. They are looking at business risk. Don't forget, what is business risk? The business risk is a risk that affects what? The business, the industry, right? Now, look at the CBN recapitalization policy. It has affected what? The banking industry, right? That is what? Business risk. Now, financial risk is the risk that affect the company alone, right? Liquidity, liquidity, right? Inability to meet up with our short-term what? Obligations. Now, setting the group financial and business forecast. This is to tell you that when you are doing that proposal, most likely there will be a business forecast. Most likely you may do a forecast. So you can see it's giving you 90% of what will happen in the what? In the unseen, right? And so on. Class, without wasting much of our time on this, this is a clear indication, because this is a clear indication of an internal report, because you are working as a system and control accountant at the group head office of Adalat Nigeria Limited. You are being employed by this company. Don't forget, in case study exam, there are two requirements. The first one is financial analysis, of which they've mentioned it. If you look at it, they've mentioned all those things at the beginning, that, oh, you perform detailed analysis. Is that not so? And you analyze the business. The next one is talking about assessing operational and strategic. So there will be a business proposal. Is that not so? So the next one is talking about forecast. Definitely, you will do a forecast. There will be a business proposal that you will do a forecast that, oh, is it favorable or on what? Is it favorable or unfavorable? Class, and this is a clear indication of our internal report. Please unmute your mic if you have question for me quickly. Hello. Hello? Are we still together?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's fine. Okay. So if we have identified this, since there is no question, right? So if we have identified this as internal report, 90% internal report, class, and this is your present, 90% internal report, then you now go to examination or they will give you the unseen, right? Now, in the unseen, where will you not see your requirements? Where will you not? Don't forget that James is reporting to the group finance director, and James is being employed by Adalat what? By Adalat Nigeria Limited. Okay, good. Kudus, you are muted. You raise your hand. Do you have question? Okay, you are muted. I can't hear you. Okay, it's fine. Okay, now if you want to see the requirements, this is your position, for instance. Now, if you want to see the requirements, or let me just leave the requirement for now. Let's say this is the percent, and it is 90% what? An internal report. So if you want to check it in your unseen now, in your unseen. Now, let's quickly go to the unseen so that we will check where you will see the requirements, right? This is unseen. Can you see it? Unseen. So you scroll down. After the first line, you scroll down. After this, you go down. Then this is where you will see your requirements. Class, this is where you will see your requirements. So this is where you will still confirm again that is it an internal report or what? An external report. Class, this is where you will confirm. Now, let's quickly confirm before before we talk about before we move to external report, before we move to how to identify external reports. Kudus. Okay. Okay, before we move to how to identify external reports. Now, look at this now. Email from James Olaiton to Johnson, to John Ogbede. From James Olaiton. The question is, who is this James Olaiton? Because we've not read through, right? We may not be able to understand this requirement because we have not read through the what we have not read through the what the present. Is that also? So let's just leave this for now. So let's quickly check another year where we can easily identify if it is an internal report or an external report. Now, let's quickly check case study pricing for, let me check. Okay, let's check May 2024. May 2024. Let's check May 2024 if it will be an internal report or an external report. And that is what we will do today. We're identifying if it is an internal report or an external report. Of course, we will do a cover page to that, right? It's a step-by-step approach. But you need to understand, you need to firstly understand that, identify if it is an internal or an external report. Because if you did not understand it like that, and you do a cover page for something that's supposed to be an internal, you do a cover page for an external report, it's just the beginning of failure, right? So that is why we have to take this first before any other thing. So let's quickly check. Let's quickly check. Okay. Okay. Now let's check this. May 2024 case study. Spicy Confectionaries Limited. Right? List of exhibits. Exhibit 1. About you, John Adeshola, and your employer, Osayemi Adelowo Shukura Abi Shukuro Abi Shukwere and Co. Sorry about that too. And Co. Spicy confession. You can see, even reading this, what is it called? This exhibit 1. You should know that, oh, is it an internal or external report? Don't forget that this is ANCO. This is ANCO. Osayemi and Co. This is Osayemi and Co. And you are and your employer. And you are John Adeshola. Class. Spicy Confectionery Limited history. The confectionery market. Spicy confectionaries, right? Spicy confectionaries summarize financial statement. Class. This is it. Exhibit 1. About you, John Adeshola, and your employer, Osayemi and Co. You are John Adeshola writing the professional level of Ican examination. You are employed as a trainee in the firm of Osayemi and Co. Chartered accountant. You can see you are employed as an audit, as a trainee. You are reporting to Julius, right? You are reporting to Julius Idemode, right? Partner in charge of what? Hospitality group within what? Within the firm. Class. Partner in charge of hospitality group within the firm. Your responsibility include preparing detailed financial analysis and report on the performance of the firm's hospitality clients. Class, distinguished professional colleagues. Are we there? Distinguished professional colleagues. With
Yes,
this,
sir.
Yes, sir.
thank you. With this
Yes, sir.
first responsibility, stating that you are to prepare financial analysis and reports on the performance of the firm hospitality client. What it means is that you are employed as an audit trainee because it is an co, is a chartered accountant, right? And you are to prepare a report to your boss, Julius. That report is going out because it will not remain in your firm. It is for a client. So this is, this is clear indication that this is an external report because you are writing to your client. Don't forget, in audit, there are different departments in audit, hospitality industry, right? There are different, what is it called? Departments there. Is that also? Now, some people who will be in tax will be in tax. Is that also? Now, when you look at this, the preparing detailed financial analysis and report on the performance of the firm's hospitality clients. And this is to show that it is an internal report. It is an external report. Sorry, it is an external report. Why? Because you are a trainee first. You establish that, and you are being employed by Osayemi and Co. Is a chartered accountant firm, right? And you are to prepare this. Of course, you don't expect your boss, Julius, to be doing financial analysis, all those small work. You'll be the one to do it. Class, you'll be the one to do what? To do that work. You can see that the first requirement, the first responsibility is talking about financial analysis. You have to do a financial analysis. You can see analyzing your clients' financial statement to identify areas of weakness and probably likely solution to correct. You can see most of all these requirements are similar, right? When you want to, you do financial analysis, you analyze it, then you identify the weakness when you analyze. So that is why we have answer plans at NetGem. We have what answer plans that will guide you that, oh, when you do your financial analysis, this is what you need to do. You can see it on my screen that you have answer plans, you have cover page. After your cover page, you do your executive summary, you do introduction. After your introduction, financial performance, you do ratio, you do conclusion, recommendation. Requirement 2, business proposal, this and that. We will get there, right? Now, if this is established, assessing operational and strategic business proposal, you can see that the first one is talking about financial analysis. That is why I say it is usually 2 requirements. Then the number 1 requirement we have Roman figure 1, Roman figure 2. Roman figure 1 will be like build the financial performance, the financial analysis. Identify area of weakness that you are identifying is Roman figure 2. Is that also? That is requirement 1. Now, requirement 2 now is talking about business proposal. Oh, there is a business proposal that we want to do. In this business proposal, you have to know what is the impact of business and financial risk. That is another Roma figure 1, right? Then the next one is you should do a forecast. That is another Roman figure. What 3? Because you need to do a forecast on that, whether the business proposal will be reliable or not, right? And this is a clear indication that this is an external report because you are to prepare financial analysis on the performance of the firm hospitality. Now, lastly, let's check. Lastly, now, advising your clients on their strategic tax planning for optimal tax liability. You can see advising your clients, right? It's going out. This report is going out. Draft report for your boss based on the operational and strategic business analysis you have what? You have carried out. Operational and strategic or business. You have to do the report to your boss. Who is your boss? Julius. This responsibility demands, finally, this responsibility demands that you keep yourself appraised of development in the accounting and tax space and the hospitality industry, both nationally and internationally. To be able to carry out the above tasks effectively, you need to keep yourself appraised. Distinguished professional colleagues, this is an external report, and I've given the reason why it is an external report. So if you have any question, you can mute your mic and ask. Class, any question?
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. Good.
Thank you very much for the insight so far. I really appreciate it. So I just wanted to make it's not a question, more like a clarification. When you talk about seen and unseen, am I right?
Yes.
Okay, is it that the two will be presented in the examination hall, or we get a preseen before the unseen, or we
Thank
get
you.
an unseen before preseen? So just clarify those two.
Good question. Good question. Your present will be given to will be sent to you before the exam. That is 2 weeks before the exam, right? Your present will just give you an insight of what you will see in your unseen. Guess what, Kudus? See, most times the present is usually useless. Like you at the end of the day, you will see that oh, this present self, there's nothing there. But most time is that unseen. But the present will just give you an understanding of 90% hint on what will happen in what? In the unseen. That unseen, in the day of that exam, the present and unseen will be given to you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome. So, any other question, class? Before we go, I think we'll be able to achieve something today. Question, please.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Please, I want to know, where can you find the requirement
Good
in the
question.
question? Is it
Good
on the
question.
pre-seen or unseen?
Good question. The requirement is on the unseen. Then I will show you now. Okay, let me check. I will show you now. The requirement is on the unseen. But your pre-seen, you may have an insight of what your requirement will be. But last diet, I told the students, don't be in hurry because IB said, immediately you collect your booklet, check it. Check. You don't need to read pre-seen again. You've read it. 2 weeks is enough now. Just open your unseen. The first exhibit, you will see the requirement. You will see it like this. And let me show you. Let me show you. Okay. Let's use this. Let's use this. Oh, 15 minutes. Okay. Let's use this. Coming. How many pages? Let's use this. Okay. The first becoming unseen. This is unseen, right? This is unseen. Okay, you can see it. Julius Idemode is your boss. You are reporting to Julius. Class. Subject, Julius, from Julius. Julius is sending a mail to you. Spicy confectionaries. Class. Now, let me quickly read this part so that you will know the requirement, right? You will see it here. I'm coming shortly. Just give me some minutes. I'm coming. Okay, 15 minutes. Okay, that's fine. Okay. As part of Spicy's strategic objective, it plans to expand its operations to the South Africa, to the South region, South region, part of Nigeria. Don't forget that Julius is your boss. This is an external report. We have identified that because Julius, you and Julius work in Osa something and co. Osayemi and co. Right? Now, as a result, the company has identified two companies, Eat Right and Smooth Chocolate, in Port Harcourt for possible acquisition. Spicy will want us to evaluate the 2022 financial of the two companies. There is an acquisition now. The company, that is why when you want to read this part, you pay attention to it. You don't just read. Pay attention, understand it, then you start. Now, the company also plans to introduce new products, diabetics, chocolate, into the market during the coming year. Dr. Spicy Chief Finance Officer has provided financial data in respect of this product in Exhibit 8. The board, they are just talking about what they want to do, right? The board of Spicy, as usual, is asking for our evaluation of the viability. Otherwise, don't forget that it's your boss that is writing this to you. That, oh, Spicy want to acquire, they want to do possible expansion. Then the plans to introduce two new products. Is that not so? Now, the board of Spicy is usually asking for our evaluation of the viability or otherwise of introducing this product into the market based on financial numbers. Furthermore, the board of Spicy would want us to evaluate to which extent Spicy sales development strategy could assist in achieving its strategic objective using Ansoff growth model. Now, since we did not read the precinct, that would have given us an insight that we will use a business model. Now, immediately you see they want to introduce new products and acquisition. Definitely, you need to think about the model. Then you don't even need to think. They already tell you that it is Ansoff. But for the pre-scene, you will know from the pre-scene, you just be contemplating, oh, let's use Ansoff. Is that not so? Now, this is just giving you a background of what will happen. Now, what is the requirement? Don't forget that the board of Spicy has usually seen for our evaluation of the viability, otherwise of introducing these two products into the market. Now, get that. Now, therefore, I would like you to, now, you can see, therefore, your boss is now telling you, I would like you to carry out an evaluation of the 2022 financial statement of Eat Right and Smoothie Chocolate using these specified ratios. Class, using the word specified ratios in what Exhibit 9 to recommend which of the companies Spicy should what acquire. Class, distinguished professional colleagues, this is your first requirement. Your boss is telling you, we want you to evaluate Eat Right, Smoothie, right? Using the specified ratios. When you check Exhibit 9, you will now do your financial analysis based on the ratios specified in Exhibit 9. You can see that the requirement, the first requirement is cleared. And this is another responsibility. And this is it. And this is the 3 requirements in this question. Have I answered your question? Esang?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you are good, right?
Yes. Thank
Thank
you.
So, do you have any other question before we go? Now, please, some will say, oh, is it not how to identify internal and external report? I can do it now. If a report is external and you use internal report for the cover page, is the beginning of failure. So that is why you need to know how to identify the internal and external report. Please, if you have questions, mute your mic before we go, please.
Thank you. Sorry to ask. Sorry. Like you don't what you just said now. You said we have internal report and external report. Fine. So for internal report, okay, I think there's a term. Internal report does not need cover page, right?
We
Am I right?
will get there. We will get there.
Or okay. So
Kudus,
that
we
means
will
there's
get there.
a pattern for internal report and there's a pattern for external report.
Yes, it will be different, definitely. The cover page will be different, definitely. We will get there. We will get there, Kudus. Thank you. Do we have any other person that have question? Please unmute your mic. Feel free to unmute your mic. Okay. Samson, unmute your mic, please.
Good evening.
Good evening.
So the only thing we're doing today is just learning how to identify external and internal reports.
Thank you. Yes.
Okay. Just wanted to know that.
Oh, yeah.
Because I came in a little
Because
bit later. Sorry.
okay, that's fine. That's fine. We'll upload it on the YouTube so that you can rewatch it again.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. So, class, why I'm emphasizing on this internal and external reports, please make sure you know it. You can go and check previous years. Identify it if it is your assignment is to go and check. Is it an internal report? Check the percent. The percent will give you 95% and 90% or 95% assurance that it is an internal report or an external report. Don't forget that the spicy is talking about board. He's talking about board. He's talking about your client. It's not you. The report is going out. Class. So that will be your assignment, please. Go and identify, is it an internal or external report? Then before we now go to cover page. Before we go to cover page, you need to know answer plans. So once you know the answer plans, we'll move to cover page. From your cover page, then we'll move from there. Right? So do you have any other person that have question? If you have question, please submit your mic and ask your question before we go, please.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Hello, sir. Please, I wanted to ask.